Hello, everyone. I hope you're well rested, and well caffeinated, and have yourself a good night/day. How do you do? I hope all of you lovely peeps are well. Give me 1 second, I'm fixing a thing, because it's what I'm always doing whenever I'm setting up any of this stuff. But hello! Welcome to one and all. Sleepy. I understand that. I know I started super late today, but considering I missed the other day, I was like, I'm damn determined I'm going to still start a thing. We're going to do a thing today. It's going to be a thing. I was having to fix a couple of things that broke. 10 a.m. tomorrow, Deltarune. We're going to be starting Deltarune, I guess, tomorrow. I was thinking it came out later than that, but yeah, I guess we're starting it tomorrow. Because I need that in my life. What happened? Why did I shrink? I'm sitting here trying to fix the thing, and it's like, you're going to shrink down to an itty size. Lord help me. Still doing thing. Go away. There we go. Ha 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 ha. There, we're fixed. Awesome. Yay, team. Deep. Sick of doing a thing. Awesome. Yes, hello. How is everybody? I am sorry that, like, nothing really happened on Saturday. I fell asleep. I hadn't planned to fall asleep. I was going to be awake. I was going to do stuff. We had, like, a full battle plan. And then, Mizu fell asleep on my arm while we were just sitting, chilling, watching some stuff on the TV. And I was like, well, I think I'm stuck here. I went to try to get up. She grabbed my arm and basically boa constricted it in a different direction. It was like, nope. So I was like, well, I guess I'm sleeping here. Had Shaman call me. I gave him, like, I preemptively knew this was going to be bad. That I was going to fall asleep. So I sent Shaman a message like, yo, hey, make sure I'm up by this time. And he's like, sure, can do. Shaman calls me. I wake up. I answer saying, yeah, I'm good. Thanks for calling. I'm awake and ready to go. And then all of a sudden, just roll the fuck back over and go to sleep. Sorry for the shrinking. I was trying to find a way to pack more things for a yard sale this weekend. Tried a new bit of magic, applied it to the wrong subject. Why are you shrinking me? Rude! Gives me an idea for a card, though. I have been working non-stop on card stuff, among other things. Lord, I have been going a mile a damn minute. The power of nap time. The power of nap time, indeed. Start behind the new cat. Okay, so, like, I got some stuff for you on that. We have a new cat. I've posted in the Discord. You've seen the itty bitty. It's named Crowley. Said sorry. It was an accident. But yeah, no. Okay, so we got a new cat. New cat wound up here yesterday. So we originally talked about having a new cat. We were going to get the new cat. Everyone's going to see the new cat. Yay team. Do you want to be sleepy, be dreepy? Then Zombie would go nuts because it's one of his things. I do love dreepy. I do. I even have a Dragapult themed deck right now in Pokemon. As well as my Lucario one, which is the one I've actually been playing. Hello, Nettie. Okay, so new cat. Originally we talked about a cat. We showed you a picture of a cat. That was a cat that we were planning to get. Yay team, get itty bitty kitty. We did not get to get that kitty because the person who we were talking to, their mom saw it, was like, nope, that's my cat now. And so they gave the cat to their mom. So we were not going to have a cat. And I was like, you know what? Okay, well, at least the cat's getting a good home. We'll be fine with this. The cat distribution system was not happy with this. They were not fine with this at all. So they decided we were going to have a cat. And we're out and about. And we're in a parking lot. And all of a sudden, this itty bitty thing just comes running up to us. It's like, yo, hey, hello, what's up? Itty bitty cat. And I'm like, what? And then we wound up with a cat. And that's just kind of how that happened. We now have an itty bitty black cat named Growly. He kicked 3 enemies ass, so Delpharoon still can't find Gerson, the 2 bosses of chapter 3, and I'm going to assume 3 and 4? You are now its Pokemon. It showed you now go. So basically, leave your home, you risk bringing home a cat, apparently, and I don't know if I want to do that every time I leave the house. No. But he is adorable, and Beans isn't trying to kill him. Beans is not a fan of him, but they're slowly starting to get along. As I was coming in here, I went to go and check on Mizu and the cats are just kind of like feeling each other out right now. Yep. Already taken him in, had him gotten looked at today. Today was him getting looked at and making sure that he was okay and healthy and getting some shots and things. So yeah. Itty bitty cat. He's an itty bitty cat, but he's adorable. He wants to get into everything, which is what kittens do. He is the polar opposite of Beans. The vet thinks they're anywhere from like 10 to 12 weeks old. You get up in the morning, had to delay stream due to heat exhaustion. F in Target, no AC. Oof. But, so yeah, probably about 10 to 12 weeks old. He looks about like that age. He patch 0 cat distribution system 1. Yeah. I mean, that's how I wind up with, like, every cat. Like, just, like, either somebody's like, hey, do you want a cat? I'm like, no, and I still wind up with a cat. Or, like, ta-da, here's just a cat. It would actually be patch 0 cat distribution system 2, because remember, we got Beans. Beans was kind of a random anomaly, too. Enjoy CDs. I mean, if we're gonna get really technical, no, I don't. It's like I don't use music CDs. I was never a fan of music CDs. When music CDs were what everyone's using compact, like, CD players, I used a cassette player. Because I hated that CDs would skip. It drove me absolutely crazy that CDs would skip. So, like, I used a cassette player until, like, I eventually got an MP3 player. Like, I remember being made fun of in high school for still using a cassette player, but I was like, my shit never skips. it was a lot easier for me to record music because we had a shared family computer versus I could just put a tape cassette in my stereo and record anything I heard on the radio at any point in time I wanted to. So yeah, no, I've never been a fan of CDs. I like cassettes. I still like cassettes. I'm lazy now because like I have YouTube Music because I have YouTube Premium, so like I just use that for my phone most of the time. But I also have a shit ton of just regular MP3s I've downloaded to my phone. Recording off the radio. Piracy! I like the vibe I like the vibe of cassettes give. Yeah, same. Somebody never can afford to a joke. CDs. Cat distribution. Oh! Well, then you need to capitalize the S because it is the cat distribution system. If you shrink the S, like my brain just thinks like it's CDs. And I'll run you over. Wait, what? Well, if you don't believe in karma or the Force, Exhibit A. But yeah, no. But that is I still stand by that though. I still, regardless of what we're talking about, I still stand by the fact that I prefer a cassette tape to a CD. No. Always have. That's a joke from Shaman's comment. No more cats, Shaman. No more cats. Like, we have 2. Can't do anymore. Not doing it. Not doing it. I know what my budget looks like, and I can we can work it for 2 cats. Okay, for Star Fox this Thursday. I want to play it so damn bad. But you need 1 in each color. No, I do not. 1 cat per. No, that's too many cats. It's too many cats, and I gotta make sure I can give the cats like a proper life. I know I can give 2 cats a proper life and be okay. Nothing more. Patch to let become the crazy cat dude. No, see, okay, so like I've had family members that are crazy cat people. I've had family members that are crazy cat people. My mom's house was the crazy cat lady house for a while because like my dad and my sister kept bringing cats to my mom because my dad loved cats and my sister loves cats. And so like at one point in time, my mom's house had like 10 cats in it, and that was too many cats. When we moved, Bob was like, nope, y'all start taking cats with you. 5 is easy to handle. 5 is a lot for me. I was in a radio station for a specific song, waiting for the song, trying to time it so the recording didn't get talked over too much by the DJ. Yep, that's exactly it. 10 is too many. 10 is definitely too many. There's a large house cat species. I forgot the name. I mean, I know of a few. Shipment for Patch from Shaman and chat. No. See, I've seen what happens when you have too many cats in a house, and it doesn't go well for the cats. No. But no, I've seen what happens when you have too many cats in a house. It's not good for the cats. So, like, no. I know exactly what I can handle. I know how many cats I can handle. So that's all we do for cats. Like, we got 2. Well, I'm in the walls. No! But yeah, no. We have 2 cats, and I think 2 cats is enough. Too many is just terrible for the cats. And everyone else involved. I completely agree. So if Patch never opens the boxes, are the cats really there? Lord help me. Also, hello, Toast. Oh, hello. What is up, Professor Redwood? How do you do? Okay, so like that's kind of okay. That's a little trippy to me. I'm going to be completely honest. Okay, that's a little trippy to me. Coming in just in time for Pokemon, but back in my massive like Pokemon days, I used to do Pokemon panels for conventions, and uh, I uh, I got called Professor Redwood for a while by my friends as kind of as a joke, because like professors named after trees. So a few of my friends would call me that because for one, I was a judge for Pokemon, so like I was a professor at the time, and I ran panels explaining Pokemon lore and talking about specific Pokemon and this, that, and the other. So like that randomly became the nickname amongst a few of my friends, because not only uh, was I a professor, but I had blazing red hair. So there's a question: how do you train cats to not go after the birds? I mean, for one, the birds kind of help with that themselves. But for two, it's for one, the birds kind of do that themselves. Two, it's kind of we do have different forms of reinforcement. Be like, no, you can't eat this. But for three, and here's the big one: I do not care how much you know your cat. I do not care how much you know your bird. I don't care how comfortable the animals seem to be with each other. They are never allowed to be alone with each other unsupervised. You have spaghetti? I want spaghetti. Also, I'm doing quite well. I am also Professor Rick. I've never seen a bird attack a cat, man. Rivali used to make every cat's life chaos. Rivali would get in every bird's face, or every cat's face, be like, yo, hey, what's up? And they'd be like, oh god, no. It would be too late. But yeah, no, so that's that. For one, we just don't leave them unsupervised. Because as I said, I don't care how well they seem to get along, and they do. They seem to get along very well. The birds will sit on the cat will just kind of chillax. They hang out. That's awesome. But I would never walk out of the room with my cat and the bird in the same spot without a human pair of eyes on those two animals. Because all it takes is for one thing to go weird, and if something goes weird, all of a sudden, bam, my bird becomes a snack. No, we don't do that. It's like I trust the cat around the bird while I'm around the cat, and not at any other point in time. So yes, they are. There is some training involved, but it's kind of like when you have like a zookeeper dealing with a wild lion or something like that. Yeah, they can seem very this, that, and the other, but like remember, there are certain aspects that like just never change. So you must treat it with respect and treat it carefully. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Redwood, but people refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. My family has 7 chickens, a duck, and about 6 cats. Those cats are afraid of the birds. Okay, no, like cats versus duck and chickens. No, that's a completely different story. For one, that's a bigger bird. I have cockatiels and a parakeet. 2, chickens are mean, man. Lord, I have watched them. I have watched them completely shred apart small animals. Chicken's a completely different story, man. They're a beast unto themselves. I don't know where we get the stereotype for chickens that, oh, they're afraid of everything. Because I ain't met a chicken that's afraid of anything. Chickens, man, they're Chickens they absolutely like choose violence. Lord help me. Well, I love chickens. I used to help raise chickens back out on the farm. That was a thing. But same time, man, you watch them chickens. They'll get you. Girlfriend's African Gray used to terrorize cats. And so when you get a bigger bird like an African Gray and stuff like that, usually they'll do a little bit better around cats because cats don't want to tackle many things that are bigger than them. They're not a fan of that. It's a fight they don't want to deal with in a lot of cases. But when it comes to like a bird like a parakeet or a cockatiel, they're very curious on it and they're used to eating things like that. So like, yeah, no, we're very cautious of the birds around the cats. I know the cat, like the cat's done great around the birds. Hasn't ever had a single major issue. But there will be a couple of times where the little one will go and take off at full flight, and I'll watch Beans run like he's in pursuit. So I have to be like, I have to like get onto him about that. It's the reason why usually the office is the main space the birds are allowed in, because I have a big office and the birds can fly around. I've rearranged the office as becoming a VTuber. They have tons of space to move around in. Um, and the cats aren't allowed in the office while the birds are out at all. And then when I'm doing something where I can keep my eyes on the birds at all times, then yeah, I take the birds out of the room and they're in other parts of the house. They get lots of extra room to fly and this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. And they get to do that. But when I do that, I have to prep, make sure I know that no door is going to be like randomly swung open. I have to make sure the cat is, that I have eyes on the cat and all that other good jazz. Like we pay very close attention to everything we do with the birds. Now Beans is gun shy on the birds a lot of the times because like Beans, like he did what every cat does. He got curious, and the birds will get in a cat's face real fast. So I don't have to worry about that as much. But then I also have to pay attention to that because I also have to pay attention because I had a cat back when we had Rivali. That Rivali like actually scarred the cat's face. I didn't mean to pick that up. So what I'm trying to pick up. I want to pick up what do I do with that? Do I dig it? I probably dig it. We do the diggy thing. Oh no, we gotta punch, we gotta break it. That's right, we gotta break it. Y'all can't tell, it's been a little while since I've got a chance to play. Oh, awesome. Shield falls. Alright, so we're going to have to start, like, actually designing stuff and moving stuff around. Where the sky's full of clouds, it makes me want to be super lazy. You know what I mean? I definitely do. Snap time. Caution, they could explode, too. Jays, leave my neighborhood alone. Those things are monsters to cats. I could imagine. I'd never seen a bird troll cats like that before I met Jade. Oh? So I don't have wild blue jays. What's spicy fruit? I have spicy food. I think you're a spicy food, aren't you? No, you're not a spicy food. So we need the spicy food. Fine, spicy. So we need to start building this. What am I still missing? Peeps to work on it is what I'm still missing. We have onyx. So I need to get onyx here first. This one really are repost real quick. When Dude and I had our bird Jade, she had her own training for the cats. She baited new cats into crashing into her sturdy caves, then laughed at their failure. That's mean! It's hilarious, but that's mean. Rivali was notorious for just like straight up dive bombing the cats. That's getting nicer bit by bit. Follow me. Alright, bud, I'll follow you. I already took all this stuff apart. I gotta like take the rest of it apart. Punch. There we go. go. Another stamp. Go here. Go ahead and get him to work on it. Then we're gonna get you. You're gonna follow me. I think I can have multiple people follow me. Follow me. And you also follow me. Alright, guys. I need you to help build this thing. Onyx is getting in the way. Ready, these guys next. Okay. I've not had a pet outside of a cat, dog, fish, or frog, so I don't have funny bird stories, but imagine they could be a handful. Birds are nuts. Let's consider trash. A fully built Minecraft house can hold 4 Pokemon compared to a 2x2 den holding 1 or a 3x3 2.
Hey, Ditto, guess what? I thought of another way to make this place more humid. So, you know, I was talking about the place where I lived before. There was a really big, really pretty forest near there. And that area was always super humid. So I was hoping you could water the dried up trees around here and make them all healthy again. But that'd make the place even more humid. Yeah, you did already grant my wish? Oh, the trees around here look so much healthier now. Did you do that? Thank you. By the way, did you know you could also plant new trees from seeds? Here, try it out.
Grover's bird was a demented menace. I'll tell you though, birds are a handful. Like, there's a lot that you need to know going in. And there's not a lot of room for trial and error.
Seeds can really take a long time to grow after you plant them, though. But I can help. Just a little. When you're growing trees and flowers and stuff. If there are any plants you want to grow faster, then come and get me.
You just steal the credit. Yep. Wait, I needed him. Come here. You. Yes, you there. Beep. Follow me. What are you doing?
Playing with Gumi is so much fun.
Oh, follow me. And
I'm pretty little, so sometimes I get a big Pokemon to carry me around.
follow me. I mean, that does sound adorable.
How come you're able to transform like that? I wish I knew how to do that too.
Okay, so we have a whole army of peeps.
Hey. Hey, Ditto, I came up with a little quiz for you. You want to give it a shot?
Sure. There's a Jirachi event in Pokopia till July 8th. Oh. Hey, true. We summon Koger, we get half the credit because like it ain't easy to summon a big dude like that. Oh, Jay could absolutely be mean when she felt like a super clever bird, though. Though she would sometimes talk to us basic like a 3-year-old and tell us what she wanted. There are days I wish my birds could do that. Not sure if you can print out past event Pokemon locations. Wait, what? I'm not exaggerating when I say that bird was too intelligent for its own good. Oh, by the way, I already read the drawing sheet. Let's get right to it. You're a magic card. It's a magic card. Huh. Just swore magic card weighed more than Hoot. Bud, what are you doing? Start rebuilding. Not fun in games until it repeats something embarrassing, I would imagine. What is up? Is it Stitchy? How do you do? Come, sit, chill. Be done tomorrow. So I guess we're exploring today. Man, you two are super helpful. Like, the most helpful. So I can don't feel bad. I could never type. Oh, Patch. Just a Pokemon I was hoping to see. Something I wanted to talk to you about. This town's become quite lively thanks to you, hasn't it? I believe everyone's enjoying their lives here, but, well, this place really was a wasteland before, you know? So there are some Pokemon who aren't really satisfied with their environment. I'd really like to raise everyone's comfort levels, but I think running all over the place to ask everyone what they need may be a bit beyond me. If you have any bright ideas... Sounds like raising the environment level will help Professor Tangro's mind at ease. I think we should have, like, a town board like we have in Animal Crossing. Professor Tangrowth, the supervisor. Environment level increases as more Pokemon arrive, and as their individual comfort levels increase. According to Professor Tangrowth, once you've raised the environmental level to 5, you can check the current environmental level at any time. Almost on the PC. Patch, you look like you've had a brainwave. In that case, I'll leave the method up to you, but would you please raise the comfort levels of this town's Pokemon even further? I know you're the one for the job. Like one time we were discussing if we should move her cage, and she flat out told us no. And when I asked if it was because she liked looking out the window, she said yes. You gotta respect it. I've got a piece of advice for you. Do you remember how dried up and empty this town was before you came? There's much more moisture now, and I believe many Pokemon are very pleased about that. But some Pokemon do prefer drier environments. Those Pokemon would probably prefer to live a bit of a ways away from plants and water. I think it would be kind to move their homes. On the other hand, some Pokemon probably prefer even more humidity. I'd advise making the homes for those Pokemon near water, trees, and other plants. Good. Now we've got some plants we gotta go pick. We gotta go check that door as well. I hear a shiny thing over here. Yeet. Got leaves. Yay, leaves. I'm gonna need to, like, make a better home base soon, too. For that very reason. Who's in the grass? Yo! We have Vespiquen. Well, hello there, child. Don't you look cute as a blossom? This gorgeous field of flowers. Am I right in thinking you are the one who grew these? There's nothing I love more than the sweet, sweet nectar found in flowers. So I'm pleased as pollen. Though I admit I also have a fondness for adorable, dutiful little charmers like you. It houses colony and cells in its body and releases various pheromones to make those crows do its bidding. See new stuff this game has coming? I haven't got to check everything out yet for it. Lugia. Where you go? Where you going, buddy? I wonder if he also drops a feather. He does. Question is, can we get to it? Okay. I thought I had the... Don't I have the ability to jump? I need a box anyway. I can't grab that just yet. Rather than an area gate, please place your Pokedex over the gate panel. Hold on a minute. I gotta go and drop stuff in a box. Gotta make a box. Various building pieces will go in here. I've only seen Ho-Oh. I have mostly seen Ho-Oh. Seeing Lugia, this is the first time we've seen him. Oh. Silver feather. Eat. So we are going to have to go through, start clearing lots of spaces and making stuff happen. Yes, that is the first time it's been a Lugia. Great area gate will now open. I take it Lugia is rarer than Ho-Oh? Brisbane rarely spoke, but when he did, it was important. Oh. Gate open. Aha. Oh, it seems you can pass through the gate now, Patch. I wonder what lies beyond it. Perhaps there's scads of Pokemon and humans living there. Promise me that when you go through the gate, you'll bring me along, you hear? I guess I gotta go get him then. I do need to start like going through and like actually like building the area. Recipe for a sturdy desk. So big I could cheat. There's so many beads. Damn it. Are you kidding me? Better than coffee beans. Sadly, no. Now, Shane, I'm not crazy. We could jump, right? Did I lose my ability to jump or something? So we got that from Magic Card. There it is. Okay, there we go. I'm sitting here pushing every face button trying to jump. Ah, Ditto. Do you have a moment? Have you ever spotted flowers that seem to sparkle? If you see such a sparkle, do take a closer look. You might stumble upon some sweet honey. If you manage to bring me, say, 3 jars of honey, I'll give you a lovely little gift. How does that sound? There's nothing I love more than honey. I simply can't get enough of it. Won't you collect some for me? Since you already have some honey, I persuade you to part with 3 jars of it. Sure. Thank you, Ditto. I'm quite pleased. Here's a present as promised. Which one would you like? Pop art chair. Neat. Going forward, if you bring me 3 jars of honey, I'll give you 1 gift from my collection. Oh, I have like 9 more. It's time I headed to bed. Do make sure you get some rest as well. Brought some honey. The honey you have there, could I persuade you to give me 3 of them? Large narrow rug. Load up on stuff. That's what we're doing. Don't tell me what to do, game. I will not sleep yet. Lord, I feel that. Guess we'll do a cute bed. And I guess they have like, what, 3 items per day or something like that? Or 4 items per day, so we just persuaded them to give us 4 items. Let me start building up. Berries. Start building up some homes, do some redecorating. He's got furniture. I need to get to the point where I can start breaking stone. Stone here gone. Son of a gun. Both these. Oh, come on, man. This way. Has an idea. Oh, cool. Okay, so them being right there actually works in my favor. Sometimes these squishy. That makes it out of stone. So I would like to build like some blocks and things. I take it, I apparently need the furniture over here for now. I need to start reorganizing my stuff. I need to learn how to make the walls. So I'd like to do up. Ooh, I somehow missed this. Surprise in the garden has been added to your human records. I just got this weird feeling when I was out in the garden. Parasect was acting restless too, so I asked it to dig here. With that, Caroline smiled and showed us a mysterious fossil. You learn point here emote. Interesting. Okay, I need to figure out how to build like different things. So I actually start making structures out of all the places that don't have them. Found a trace of a Pokemon. Noctowl. That'll be easy enough. There's a wood there. So we'll go that soon. Let's see. Can I get so challenges we have complete. find one more new Pokemon to complete that one. Need to make roads. I've made a leaf cottage. Apparently, I make another one. Okay. Shop. Wooden pillar recipe set. Ah, there we go. Purchase one. Just jump. Yes, yes, he does. Okay. That. Flooring. No. Lots of stuff for that one. Cool. Now we start building stuff. Neat. I need to figure out how to make brick ones as well. So I'm going to purchase this recipe. We're going to purchase lots of recipes. Urgent care. Huh. Guess this is how we would get Chansey. I have the stuff I could do to do that. Here, Chansey or Audino. Campsite. Okay. New info. Okay, so while I'm running around and doing stuff, okay, so like I want to know what everybody's opinion is on something real quick. I was going to start off talking about this earlier, but I got distracted. Have y'all seen the announcement price for the Steam machine? I'm not gonna lie, I expected it to be high. I didn't expect it to be that high. Like, it's a rough pill to swallow. Okay, so the Steam machine, for people that didn't see the pricing on it, the Steam machine, the base model. Got a mysterious slate, yay! The base model of this thing, which is the 500 some odd gig system, is like $1,050, and this does not come with a controller. Which is really rough. Because, like, okay, so, like, it's a PC, but it's a console. If you're comparing it to a console, like something like the PS5, like, I get why you would get it, but, like, the PS5, like, even the base model PS5, the Pro edition of the PS5 is cheaper. And it comes with a controller. And yeah, you have to pay for PlayStation Online to play again, to play online and stuff. But like, okay, so like, if you do the math, PS5 Pro, from all the specs we're seeing at current, does better mechanically and graphically than this machine. It comes with a controller right off rip, and it's under $1,000. You get the Steam machine, which is technically seeming less powerful. It doesn't come with a controller. Yeah, sure, you don't have to pay for online for it, But if you buy the controller you need to play with the damn thing, you basically pay the amount for PlayStation Plus for a year almost when you add all the money together. Aaron, I think you're a bit behind. Supposed to do. Its hardware isn't great. I don't mind it so much because the reason it's higher than the desired listing price is due to the cost of parts increasing. At the very least, it's still somewhat affordable for people who are either getting their first gaming PC or if they have limited space that stops them from getting a regular PC tower. Okay, but that's just it. You can still build a PC. You can build a PC and get it in a tower that is less. You can get a case for it that's less conspicuous, and I think you would still technically do better with PC that you make yourself, price wise and power wise, than going with a Steam machine. I mean, look at some like PC micro builds. You can do a lot with a little. You can make them fairly small too, and that's just it. The one thing it has above everything else is that you have Steam. You have Steam, and that's a big deal because like I like Steam, and there's a lot more indie titles on Steam. But there's also it's a console that is a PC. There's a lot more you have to do with it to run it than you're going to have to do with like a standard console like a PlayStation. I think that if it's going to compete with it, it needs to be cheaper. Now, there also could just be the fact though that the Steam machine selling super well isn't necessarily their greatest ambition, considering shortly afterward, very quietly, they announced that if you have certain components for your PC, you can just download SteamOS. Also, not every game on Steam has controller support, so I don't get the appeal. This is true, and there are some games you just can't do that with. And you can technically hook up a mouse and keyboard to it. The whole thing for Steam Machine, here's the selling point of Steam Machine. A Steam Machine's selling point is literally the fact that you can have your Steam library in your living room. You can have your Steam library with all the comforts of a console. That's its objective, is to have all the comforts of a console of your PC in the form factor of a console, and in the ability to use it in the form of a console. Because running SteamOS, I mean, it's very clean. I like SteamOS a lot. And paying subscriptions won't stop them from discontinuing system updates when the next model is announced. I mean, yes, that is true when it comes to consoles. Consoles eventually wind up hitting their end of life, and there's only so much you can do. But if you buy a Steam machine, you'll wind up in a similar instance. And the updates are going to be dependent on whatever OS you decide to run on SteamOS, as well as the games themselves. Like if you're on the Steam machine, because you can run SteamOS, or you can run Linux, or you can run Windows. So updates are up to basically whatever company is going to be running that, and they will usually run a little bit longer. But your biggest issue with the Steam machine is going to be, for one, how quickly it winds up being an outdated system, considering it's about in the same ballpark as it's basically an in between of the PS5 Pro and the normal PS5. And for what a lot of reviewers that have had their hands on it are saying, it doesn't always even hit that benchmark. That's where I have problems with it. And that's the shit. Yeah, it runs like a PC. It runs like a PC. So like you have the support of whatever your OS is, which SteamOS will be worked on into the dirt, just like everything else. Everything else, and you'll have to, I guess, worry about your games at that point. Which that's also another thing you'll have to worry about is compatibility. Compatibility as well as game updates, which SteamOS is really good at compatibility because SteamOS is a Linux-based system. But the way SteamOS runs, it still works with like 90 some odd percent of Windows of games that are meant for Windows, because that's what most gaming's meant for, is Windows. SteamOS has got workarounds, so does Linux, but SteamOS seems to have it kind of down to a science. So that's great. But you're going to have to sit there and worry about compatibility issues. You're going to have to look at every game you buy on Steam. You already have this with the Steam Deck. But on the Steam machine, you're going to have to look at every game that comes out and be like, okay, is it compatible with the Steam machine? Because they have a thing for Steam Deck that says compatible with Steam Deck, works great with Steam Deck, so on and so forth. Has mixed on Steam Deck, that kind of stuff. So like you'll have to do that with Steam machine. And from what we're seeing on it, like yet again, and I hate comparing it to the PS5, but considering they say the system would be able to run at a solid 60 frames per second and be able to do 4K gaming, it can't properly run games like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's almost 5 years old now. The PS5 can run it, the normal PS5 can run it flawlessly. The Pro makes it look gorgeous and puts it in 4K. The Switch 2 can handle Cyberpunk. For what we're seeing, the Steam machine at current cannot. If I'm going to be paying a premium price, I want a premium console. Because I was hyped for the Steam machine. I was hella hyped for the Steam machine. I was looking at getting a Steam machine and using it in tandem with my other consoles, basically running it through the Elgato like I run everything else. It takes a ton off of my computer. But in all honesty, it'd be cheaper for me to build a second gaming dedicated computer to plug into the Elgato as opposed to buy a Steam machine. It'd be cheaper in the long run. It would run better in the long run. Because that's like, and a lot of reviewers, like I watched Linus Tech Tips review on it, and I agree with a lot he said. It's like, this wouldn't be as bad if it wasn't for the fact of, one, the massive price tag, and for two, if they hadn't made all these promises that you have to hold it to. They promised 4K, they promised 60 frames per second, so your console better be able to do that. And every review I've seen is like, they're having trouble pushing 30 frames per second. And I usually don't care too much about frame rate. It doesn't have to run at 120 frames a second. But it better be able to solidly run 30 frames per second, because that's what it takes for a stable, non-choppy image in my game. Like, 30 should be like base minimum standard. Hell, I would argue a lot of games should be able to run 60 at current format. I don't really care if it can. As long as it can run 30, I'm usually pretty happy. But it's just like in some cases it's having trouble doing that. And again, that's a problem. Now, as far as it not coming with a Steam controller, I want a Steam controller. I want one really bad. But at the same time, I have a Switch 2 Pro controller in my hands right now. I have a PS5 controller that goes to my PS5. I also use it on PC. I have an 8-bit Do controller. I have a CandyCon controller. And I have an Xbox Elite version 2 controller. I have controllers. I can play with a controller on Steam with no problem. I like the idea of the Steam controller just because it makes some games that aren't optimized for controller work a little bit better with the Steam machine's controller, because it has the trackpad and all this, that, and the other. You can spoof a lot more with it than you can with the standard controller. So I like that. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do. But I can also live without the controller. But the issue is how damn expensive it is for the promises it's made for it that it can't do yet. Now, it's not out yet. You have to pre-order it right now. It's up for pre-order. Okay, cool. So, like, maybe by the time it comes out, they'll work that stuff up. But I was thinking, like, yo, maybe if the price tag was in the right spot, I might be an early adopter of it. I usually am an early adopter of console. No, we're not doing that with this. This is going to be a wait. I'm going to wait. For one, I have to wait because the pricing is just ridiculous. There's no way I could afford it. Not in my wildest dreams. But maybe like if it takes like a decent price drop after RAM and everything balances out, maybe, because we know that's what's got the price so high. Even they're kind of confirming that's why the prices. And I did know it was going to be a little more expensive because they stated you're paying for a PC, and Steam doesn't do what, or Valve doesn't do what PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo do, because a lot of times they're selling kind of at they sell the consoles low to where it's basically at cost or at a loss, because they know where a lot of their money is going to come from is you buying their games, you paying for their subscription plans, and this they're going to make their money out of you by everything else they're going to sell you. That's how they're going to do that. So, and Valve doesn't have to do any of that. So they're selling it as is. They're selling it to still make some margin of profit, which I get, but I don't know many people that are going to be able to do it. I think I've got a knot in my vine somewhere. I want to take over the thing, but can I tell him to follow me? I can never predict what you're going to do next, Patch. It's really quite fascinating. So yeah, look at the thing. Oh, we have music. What have you got there, Patch? Praise the thing. Alright. Is this what you're eager to learn about? Let me take a gander. Oh, I've got it! That is, without a doubt, a violet meteor lamp. Humans used this long ago. Haven't the foggiest idea how to use it, though. Could be fun to use it as a decoration in your house. The idea of the steam machine is great. The reality might not. See, what worries me about this is that this... the biggest issue with the steam machine is just the time frame which it's releasing. I think if there was any way they could have waited, which I don't know how they could have, but if there was any way they could have waited, it probably would have helped out a lot. But this is also their second time releasing a steam machine. Most people don't remember the first one. And the first one did not do well. I remember selling the thing at GameStop, and I sold one. I only ever sold one the entire time I was there. So this isn't their first time running with this. And it seems like they've learned a lot with what they did and how to make it better. But at the same time, I'm a little worried on it. It seems like there's reviewers showing that there's lots of mechanical issues with it, which could be something, it may not even be mechanical, it may just be software they can buff out with patches and whatnot. But they're going to have to. And that price is just, it's too much. Or you can place it near Pokemon's home, they might really like it. Got one violet meteor lamp. That's pretty. You learn how to make these red bricks. I also get some clay. Whoa there, Punch, wait for me. You're about to head through that gate, right? Then I'll come along with you. Wonder what lies ahead of us. Certainly exciting, isn't it, Patch? Whose internal clock is precise at all times. And Tilton said, I can't read fast enough. But no, I really wanted a Steam machine, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. I also have always wanted a Steam Deck. I want the Steam Deck less than I used to. For one, because it had a massive price hike as well. But for two, the Switch 2 is finally doing a lot of what I have really been wanting. I wonder if there are any Pokemon or humans still around in this place. It's exciting to think of the possibilities. Right then, Patch, would you mind going ahead and scouting out the area first? Okie dokie. Ooh, I like these bricks. I really like these bricks. Whoa. Ah, you found a great vantage point, Patch. We can look out over the whole area from here. So there was another town where people used to live, but it's pretty much in ruins now. And I'm not sure why. Perhaps it's the clouds, but this place sure is dark. At any rate, we better start out by finding a safe spot where we can relax. Do you see a Pokemon Center anywhere? I like the design of this place. Oh, it's a plushie. Grab that. Got a bunch of non-burnable garbage. I'm guessing this is how we get rubbish. I'm gonna take that most definitely. This place is super flooded. Let's do this for right now. There we go. Down here. Recipe for a garbage bin. Squish and clay, so we start building rock thingies. Newspaper. Vermilion ranks #1 for 4th year. It's been added to your human records. Are we in Vermilion City? Vermilion City has been awarded 1st place on the most livable cities list, making this the 4th consecutive year that our city has received this honor. The city scored highly due to its abundance of natural beauty, which has been preserved despite ongoing urban development, as well as its many sightseeing spots. The gorgeous view of the harbor at night was cited as one of the main deciding factors. Are we in Vermilion? Put this stuff here for right now. Try and knock out a little bit of the water. Knitting station habitat. What goes for a knitting station? Means you just crochet, but you should probably like any Pokemon that would like to do that. Oh, there's so much water. I don't like water. Put ourselves away over there. Seems like a lot of our stuff is blocked off. So where are you? Recipe for square tiling. I like this already. What do I need to make square tiling? Stone. We make that out of stone. Change colors far too fast. Wait, what? Could easily do that. I don't like the amount of water there at all. Oh, broke. That's not what I meant to pick up. Pick up the twine! You dingus! You know, sometimes you pick stuff up and it gets quite grating on me, dude. Oh, that's gonna bother me. There we go. Tomato. Yay for more food. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Nope. Do not like. I should have known! So pick up the baby. Also, look at this. Babe, look. Where there's yarn, there's a Mareep. Oh, baby. Picture of baby. Okay, that's freaking adorable. He was just tagging my leg like 10 seconds ago and then stopped, so I checked it. I checked on him and he was past the F out. Give me a bit, peeps. We will probably show that off because that's freaking adorable. Oh, there we go. One sec. But it's too cute not. It's too cute not to. Like I just got it. Weep. Look at the baby! Look at the baby. Imagine making a yard from marine wool. That's gotta have some crazy static. It absolutely does. But it could also be quite the illuminating experience. $12 out of 10, baby. Illuminating. But look at that baby! He's too cute. He is too cute. He has passed the mess out. He's such a weird little cat too, because like he has like little dinosaur proportions. He's got freaking bat ears. Hey! How's it going, Melanie? I hope you are well. We're showing off our new baby. Look at that little dude. He has super bat ears and he's super freaking... He has bat ears and like a very bat-like face. I love him. But how do you do? How have you been? We're showing off our new little dude. His name is Crowley. He's a baby. He's been with us for about a day now. Well, he I don't know if he likes them, but he doesn't seem to hate them. Oh, he is like, okay, I love Beans, but Beans is not a super snuggly cat. At least not to most people. He snuggles with me a lot. He cuddles on me a lot. He'll hold on my arm a lot. But like he doesn't to a lot of people. This cat wants to snuggle up and cuddle up on every single living person. Like everyone in this house, he just wants to love on. He does like he wants to just be around people. Look at those pants. I love them. Yep, those are Mizu's Chromie and Melody pajamas. Hot topic. Mizu are notorious for walking around the house in pajama pants like all the time. And be like, friend. Not Amazon this time. That is a shock. Crowley is a raven in my sister's game. Oh? Which game? Mizu's the one that named Crowley here and got the name from Supernatural. But yeah, that's adorable. So take it you have cat paralysis now, because you can't move now with that. Nope. See, we need to get him his own plushie like Beans has. So he can cuddle that. But yeah, no, if you put Crowley and Beans side by side with each other, they are like polar opposites of each other in personality. Like Beans pretty much like chooses one person to like deal with at a time, and it's usually either myself or Mizu. Like if I'm home, it's me all day. He wants to cuddle on me, he wants to hug on my arm, this, that, and the other. The second Mizu comes home, then it's Mizu. Crowley is like, that thing moved, I'm gonna go love on that. He's like super cuddly, and he thinks he's a bird because he sits on my shoulder all day. Mobile game Twisted Wonderland. I've looked into that game a few times because I saw they did a really cool like human Jack Skellington that I liked. What was it, last year or was it the year before? It was year before. It was year before. And I almost jumped into that game just because of that, because I want to cosplay that so damn bad. He's the headmaster of a school for upcoming Disney villains. Wait, really? You would expect it to be Oogie. Shoulder cat, does whatever a shoulder cat does. But no, I thought about playing it pretty hardcore just because I saw them add him in, and like he looks so fucking cool. It trips me out that he would be the one that would be the headmaster of a school for villains. Especially with all the extended lore they've been doing for Night Before Christmas lately. I like this. You're gonna have to move them, babe, for their Halloween event. You know, that makes sense. Love the thumbnail. Thank you! I worked really hard on it. It's part of why I was late tonight. You know, okay, so I know it sounds dumb, but I'm always like really happy when people like the thumbnail. Like I work really hard on those. I know a lot of people just like they don't take like a second thought at it, and I completely understand that, because before I was a content creator, I never really took a second thought at a thumbnail. I knew exactly what a thumbnail did. It would definitely be the thing that would get my attention to a video. But like I never really took a second thought about it, and now that I've been a content creator for so long, I'm constantly looking at everybody's thumbnails. I think Hogwarts for Disney villains. Get sorted into a Disney villain house. Recent picture yesterday. Let's see. Save that one. Save this one. Okay. Beep. Minimize that. Beat this one. Do this. First off, another image of Crowley. Look at the baby! Look at them ears. I do need to look into that more though, because like I remember that lore. It feels like it was forever ago when that game actually got announced. Been watching Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir all day. See, I've never been able to watch that series. I've seen a couple episodes because my niece loves it, but I was never able to bring myself to watch that series, because I remember when they first announced they were working on something for that property, and it was 2D animated, and the animation style for it was phenomenal. It was absolutely insane. Like, I wanted that. I saw that and was like obsessed with it. I wanted that to come out so bad. And then they decided to go the 3D route, and I couldn't bring myself to watch it. Not knocking anybody that does watch it. I haven't watched enough to like form an actual opinion on the series, so I don't know whether or not I actually like it or not. But I still wanted that. I still feel kind of burned because that other animated style just looks so much better to me. And all right, look at that face. Look at that baby. I know a lot of people like it. I've got a lot of friends that thoroughly enjoy it. He doesn't like that. I told you. Look at him. Look at it. He is such a sweetheart. He is such a baby. We have a tendency for spooky things in this house, so like having two spooky cats is kind of hilarious. But look at it, he's a bat. Like, I know like every animal like grows into their body, like certain parts of their body will be bigger than others, like maybe their paws or ears. But I kind of hope he doesn't. I kind of hope he keeps like this super bat-like look to him. He probably will. He'll probably actually like grow into his ears, and his ears will look a little more proportional to the rest of them. But like, I kind of hope he keeps the bat look, because that's just so cute. I love him regardless, but like, I'm holding out hope. Like being optimistic, giving a series just learn about to watch. I mean, like, as I said, go for it. Like, I've heard great things about it. I also have a picture of Mizu's latest creature creation. Beep. Look at him. I'm Batman. This is Mizu's newest creation. She's working on a lot of little creatures like this one. And I really love this design. I haven't found him yet. I'm still looking for him. I know he's supposed to be around here somewhere, so I'm looking, but I haven't run across him yet. But look, he's just a little guy. But no, we haven't run into the Snorlax yet. We know he's supposed to be somewhere around here. So that's the reason why I'm doing the stuff I'm doing, and I'm hoping I encounter him soon. But ta-da! Hey, Mizu, what's the next color you're doing this one of these in, by the way? Isn't it? I'm in love with these. I love these. I love these new designs she's working with. I love these. I love her original monsters. Those are always my favorites. Like the monsters because they have the floppy arms. I like these because these are super huggable. Like they feel almost like a weighted plushie without being a weighted plushie, and I like that. Crowley has been petted one time. The amount of pet commands, Lord help me. Think about a black one with a pink, with a purple scarf, a purple one with a pink scarf, etc. Don't know yet. But you know me, I want to see an orange one. I'm going to hop back into this because there's yarn here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so itchy. Hey, excuse me, you there. Could you scratch my back for me? Pretty please. Can't reach it with my hooves. Uh-huh, yep, that's the spot. Yeah, right there! Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. You're just, like, really good at back scratching. So I let out a little shock without thinking.
Let me some of your floof so that I may dye it green.
But you really helped me out. Thank you so much.
Green and pink will be so cute. I completely agree with that. If static electricity builds in his body, its fleece doubles in volume. Touching it will shock you. Purple and pink is also a good color combo. We've seen a lot of success for purple and pink. You earned a recipe as a reward for discovering lots of Pokemon. Recipe for stone tiling. Awesome.
It's already pretty much bedtime. I should probably go to sleep soon.
We need to explore around this area a bit. What is over here? Why is the water over here this color? Need to eat food. There's somebody sleeping. Turn around. Why is the water this color? Expect. I don't know what the Starlight is, but even if I told you where he was, you would have to wait for AI to find out where he is on their own. Then you can do something with him, blame plot on that one. Inspect. Contest winner added to your human records. Have a good night, Hawkeye. Take care. Pleasant nightmares. to already. Honestly, I thought Miraculous was going to be an awkward superhero show I wouldn't be able to get into. It has its awkward moments with the double lives that Ladybug and Cat Noir have. The online Pokemon contest on the 4th of this month was won by none other than Isabel and Vulcan the Ninetails of the Vermilion City Pokemon Fan Club. Vulcan received 15,000 likes that day, beating the second place winner by a wide margin. What is up, Chai Tea? How do you do? Camry. Oh, God. Wait. Hey, Billy, how's it going? Wait. What on earth is happening here? Because my notifications didn't pop up the way they're supposed to. We have saved the streak, bro. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about the, You're talking about the, Are we talking about, my brain has completely just, like, gone completely shit here. Talking about the naked snake? Naked snake? Yes? 635 snake streaks. Yeah! Welcome, Raider! Jesus Christ, there are a lot of you. Holy crap. Hi! Man, I really wish my dude had hands. Jesus Christ, I'm still designing a few things here and there. Hi! How do you do? Holy crap. 1 second. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked to see everybody here when I'm doing a Pokemon stream instead of a spooky stream, but hi! Holy Christ, there are a lot of you peeps here. We have Sean Gaines, we have The Rat Racer, we have Shrek, we have Camelot! Hey! How do you do? We have Billy. We have Sean Games Drunk. We have Chai Tea. Welcome, peeps. We have tons of peeps. Lord help me. How do you do? It's been a while. It's been a while. Okay, so I guess, like, a couple things are in order. First off, to explain the obvious weirdity in the room here, I'm a pumpkin. I'm a pumpkin now. Many of you peeps probably remember me as Zombies Go Nom. I'm not Zombies Go Nom anymore. I decided I got too complacent with what I was doing, and I was going through a lot of, like, I guess, artist blocks, the closest way to put it, on what to do and what to make for people. So, we became this. And I became a pumpkin. Because that seemed to be the thing to do. Commercials, you're talking about ads. Ads happen. I've learned that if I shut ads off, my regular viewers don't get notifications. YouTube punishes you for shutting ads off completely. And anytime I shut them off, the people that are here every day don't get notifications. So, yeah, so I can have, like, more creative freedom and do more shit. This is what we did. It allows me to do weird shit like this because I'm sorry, I'm big, heavy, fat dude, so you can't usually do this with a big, heavy, fat dude, but you can easily do it with a pumpkin. What's up, Vader? Dude, safe word's pineapple! Put me the fuck out! Ow! But yeah, I couldn't do that with my normal human self. Okay, so Sam from Trick or Treat actually is a lot of inspiration for a lot of stuff I have designed here. For peeps that don't know, for peeps that remember from way back when I was not a VTuber, I had an orange and burlap style hoodie. All that was themed after Sam from an outfit I made years ago. If you tried, it would be funny though. I mean, if I tried, it could be possible, but like the setup and the amount of like heavy duty ropes and pulleys I'd have to employ, it'd get really expensive really fast. Missing the birds. Okay, so there are periodical times where I do have like I do have like an additional camera that I've set up so I can like have the animals or show things on stream that like I need to show a physical thing for. Um, but I'm actually working on making a bird cam, so peeps can see the birds like pretty much all the time. We're making a bird cam and a cat cam, so boom, working on that. So how did stream go tonight, though, guys? How did things go over there? I hope things went great. I know they went great. I saw y'all right before I went live. But yeah, no, like a lot of my theming is actually based around Sam from Trick or Treat. So good catch on that one, actually. I'm actually working on an additional. What's up, babe? You brought me the baby? I'm in the middle of a raid. A big raid. Calipo's asleep. How dare he? Hi, everyone new. What is up, Justin? How you doing? Oh, the itty bitty baby. I can hear him from over here, even with my headset on. Oh. I don't have that spot clear. If I had the spot clear, I would show everybody him. But welcome! We have a lot of new peeps here. I guess for anybody who's new here, hi, I'm Patch Hallows, formerly Zombies Go Dom. I'm loud, I'm obnoxious, I'm a pumpkin, I get hit with a lot of things on stream, and I play a lot of horror games. A lot of horror games. And for all the peeps coming from the cam rate, this is, like, not a big deal. But I'm not family friendly. Huh? Still call you. I would prefer if you didn't, because it messes up branding and it confuses people. Then I have to go through, like, this whole long discussion of who I used to be. It's like, I get people wanting to stick to the old name, but then when I have to go through like, this whole great hoops, like, why are people calling you zombie when you're this? Like, that's the whole reason with that there. But yeah, no, we're not family friendly. I do say bad words. I do got to go ahead and warn that. Because yes, that is a thing. Like horror games are difficult to finish, especially when the devs really trying to get you good. Oh, they are, but that's what I love about them. Awesome! Congratulations on 500 subscribers, Billy. Very much congrats to you. I also hear the meows. Yes, that would be Crowley, our newest little baby cat. Playing a lot of Halo recently. Hell yeah! And that actually is the thing when you're a VTuber. Like there are certain things like if they have a past life, you're not supposed to acknowledge it. This, that, and the other. I don't really care for that because all my past life stuff's on my current stream, but I do like keep up with the fact of like just not confusing people with the name and branding, all that other good jazz. Plus, I like Patch. I like the name Patch. I like who I've got here, what I'm doing with all this. I can do silly stuff. I can do silly weird things. Have a question for the viewers who've been here. Can I get a favor from one of you? Can you... I can't believe I'm asking for this because I'm asking people to hit me in the face, but if you got a muffin card or you got any of the bigger candy cards, now's your chance to go ballistic. I'm gonna have so many regrets for allowing just open fire. Now I mentioned the candy and muffins. Someone might play one of the cards. Here it goes. Oh, hi, Nettie. Nettie never fails. Ah! Oh. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Muffin button.
Not the muffins, too. Ugh. Ugh. My audience never disappoints. Oh. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff I get to do if I'm get to do with a new model. I can do weird, random stuff that I absolutely love. It's muffin time. It's muffin time! Brand muffin! Do a whole Power Rangers roll call of muffins. That would be... Lord, that would be fucking hilarious. Lord help me. Call that a sugar attack. Lord help me. It's absolutely a sugar rush. Oh, wait, do we have... Oh, not beads! 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 No! We have company... Don't steal the company's candy, you cat bastard! Get back here, asshole! Lord help me. There's also a card of the boss. Oh, there is. There is. There is. Hi. Ow. Rude. Love your eyes, Mr. Patch, when they glow. That was actually the part that took me the longest to get right about this whole thing. Took freaking forever to get all the the eyes and lights, the eyes and mouth to glow properly with my candlelight. That, Lord help me, it was absolutely absurd. But I'm very happy that people like that. Like to me, I feel like it makes it very fitting, especially considering I don't have a moving mouth and eyes, being a carved pumpkin and all. Oh, the candy bowl's back. Yay. Totally not going to regret having that there. But yes, no, so give me some highlights of tonight. Give me some highlights of the other night. Let's see. What all happened? Tell me some crazy chaos for the night. I want to know. I want to know all the things. I love that we get to keep the streak alive. That's a big deal. That's absolutely a big deal. Lord, that is a lot of neck and snake. Not gonna lie. Holy Jeebus. But yeah, I guess while you're telling me about that, I've also got to go through the whole YouTuber thing. And I guess I'll even get into character for it, because we're in the process of like getting all the character and stuff down. Hello, I am Patch Hallows, and I am a VTuber that likes to play horror games, play spooky stuff, build Legos, and randomly scream into the void. We do a lot of indie titles here, but we also play classics like Resident Evil, Silent Hill. I'm actually playing a lot of indie classics such as The Witch's House, Mad Father, and a bunch of other horror games are going to be coming to the channel very soon. So feel free to come, sit, chill, grab yourself a nice cup of coffee, and hydrate. For all of you thirsty peeps out there that want a piece of Leon. Right before the end of his stream, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm feeling kind of violated. I think we will always accept them. On the subject of Lego, the bricks and minifigs Lego thefts get Lord. That is the amount of chaos that is involved in that. I've been trying to keep track of that as much as I can, but it is absolutely just insane. Like, between, it started off wild. That was the problem. It started off absolutely ballistically wild. Like, it already was just, like, out there. And then, yeah. It's two words I never thought I would see in a sentence together are Mormon and Mafias. But I don't know how else to explain that. 200k set of Lego stolen. There's like it. I love Legos, and this Lego collection was a Star Wars Lego collection, which anybody who's been around here for a while knows my love for specifically Star Wars Legos. I have a metric ton of Star Wars Legos. I've built most of the ones I have on stream at some point. So for me, it doubly hurts me because I know the price of a lot of those kits. I've hunted down a lot of those kits throughout the years. I have a lot of those kits on my list that I will never obtain due to pricing on some of them. Though be it, there is, and they've talked about this like throughout like the whole chaos and drama of this, that there is some overinflation in the pricing, of which they use to try to help with the advertising for it and to kind of push it. But even then, it's still nuts. There are AI songs about it from Skybrows and the Holy Ball. Really? Lord, that's gotta be wild as shit. But Jesus Christ, the amount of like just, it's one of those like it's like a train wreck. You can't look away, but every time you try to look away, something else happens. Like at first, just hearing about it in general was bad, and then They lied about it. Then police got involved. Then they tried to silence a dude. And then more info drops on top of it. What the hell? I don't know what to say. I don't. Like, just the amount of absurdity involved in that is just astronomically wild. It's a wake-up call. I mean, yeah, I'm going to be real with you. Yeah. Like, I'm literally like, I'm upset about it because I've bought from Bricks and Minifigs before. I'm not doing it anymore. I mean, honestly, I hadn't done it in years, but that was just because I'm poor. Let's just be real. I'm poor, can't really afford a shit ton of Legos anymore. But I had bought from them for like parts, components, and stuff like that in the past, and bought some old sets for collections in the past, and they will not be getting any more of my money. Because that's just insane. Police have gotten too comfortable. Big corps really do have all the power, and us normal people are just an NPC in their world. I mean, yeah, it kind of feels like that. Kind of feels like that in the grand scheme of a lot of things, just in general. Now, before we dive any further into this, before we go like too deep into this, I'm going to go ahead and put something out there for this channel as a whole. I do have discussions on these topics every once in a while, and I do follow these kinds of things. But a couple ground rules real quick, just before anything dives into further direction. We don't do politics, we don't do religion here, and we try to keep kind of positive vibes around here. I mean, yes, if there's a serious topic that needs to be talked about, we will. We do try to keep kind of positive vibes around here because the world sucks. And we know this. World sucks. World sucks hardcore. Absolutely. But my job is to make your day suck a little less. Make you laugh, make you have some fun, so on and so forth. And I'm not good at doing both, talking about how the world sucks and making it better at the same time. Now, if you want someone who can do that, for all my peeps here who haven't gone and checked them out, Cam's great at both being able to talk about how the world sucks and make you laugh at the same time. So if you want to go and check them out and show them some love and get the best of both worlds, Cam's your guy. But like, I'm bad at that. It's like I can do one or the other. Fuck yeah, apolitical content. Yeah, it's like I can suggest you peeps all day for both sides of who to go check out, because like, and then I can send you people that lean on the right. I can send you people that lean on the left. I can send you people that do news in the middle. I can send you to all that. And I would much rather send you in those directions than to try to give you that info myself, because I'm not gonna be great at it. Just being completely real, fair, and honest with you. So I don't do political content because I won't be able to give you enough information. I can give you as an opinion. And I'm not familiar with what you're saying there. But I can tell you no that I don't work for them because I don't know who that is. Was it related to politics or not? I just see shit and sometimes I share what I see. Yeah, and I get that. It's one of those things, like, while we're on the topic of things, it's like I might as well put that out there. I'm a guy who plays video games and talks about spooky shit and nerd shit. That's usually my thing. Now, occasionally I do tackle things here and there, so on and so forth. The other reason why I gotta put myself in kind of a Switzerland zone is because I have friends that sit on both sides of political spectrum. It's no secret. Everyone that knows me, I definitely I'll admit, and this is about as far as I'm going to go with talking about it, but I'll admit, I lean a little more left. I lean, well, I'll say a little more. I lean more left than I do right. but I'm always open to conversation and talking to people. I've had discussions with Camelot and many people on the right, and I like to find like good conversation, good balance. I don't want to sit there and say, "Oh, you're on this side." I don't want to hear anything you have to say because nothing gets accomplished when you do that. And same thing for vice versa. I don't want to like I know people that lean a little too far over that I don't hang out with either on the left side. So I have people on both sides that I'm like, I can't do that. But I like the fact of like people like Cam that I can sit there or Cody that I can sit there and I can talk to, and I know that I can have a conversation, and we can have a discussion, and we can have we can debate. We have debated back and forth on here before, and that's what I think is how solutions are found to things. So I don't tell anybody to not do thing. Just we don't do much of it here because it's just kind of a neutral zone here. Um, but I do like compromise. Don't have without civil conversation. You may not get everything you want, but at least you'll get what you need. Indeed, and that's how I view a lot of this kind of stuff when it comes down to it. I am always willing to have a discussion. I like people to discuss. I like people to question everything. Absolutely, that's one of the first things my dad taught me is to. I'd argue putting yourself on either side is the actual problem. You need more people to not care and just do what they think is right or advocate for what they think is best. Well, see, that's kind of how I view myself. But I know that if you look at what I believe and what I follow and what I do, like how all of my stuff aligns with me personally, that's the side that I probably like. If you were to sit there and put me in a box, that's probably the box you'd put me in. I find things on both sides that I agree with. There's things on both sides I agree with. There are things that like you can't just have one without the other. So I try not to put myself in a box, but I do know that's more of where I would be put. Just putting that out there. But yes, so no. But no, for the most part, we're here to play games. Right now we're playing a chill game. We're playing Pokopia. We're playing Pokemon. I started playing this because I saw that like the further you get into this game, even though it is a very warm and fuzzy, happy-go-lucky kind of a game, there's some really dark undertones to this shit. Like, no one knows what happens to people, but we all think that like some kind of war went off and people don't exist anymore. all that are left are Pokemon that apparently have broken out of their Pokeballs because the Pokeballs it looks like Pokeballs are losing power, and that's where all the Pokemon are coming from because they all seem to remember people. And in America, you are constantly being placed in a box. Exactly. I want a Pumpkaboo so bad you don't understand. We found a Litwick. I was very excited about that. We can now light the pumpkin. Now I gotta find the pumpkin to be lit. I actually made a Gourgeist deck for Pokemon recently. Wouldn't be the first time in a Nintendo franchise that happened. Like far from the first. Hell, it's not even the first time in Pokemon. If you look at Darkrai, Darkrai has like at least a confirmed like kill under his belt of a human in series because he kills a child in the games. He is the cause of the death of a child in the games. Like that's pretty twisted. You look at a lot of Pokedex issues, a lot of them are pretty fucked up, especially when you get to ghost Pokemon. Like, look at Phantom. Phantom is literally a child that died in the forest next to a stump, and his spirit inhabits the stump now. Then the first Pokemon movie had some serious consequence where the Pokemon wouldn't exist anymore. Was it the first movie? I know in the first movie we have Mewtwo, and Mewtwo is trying to basically eradicate humans and basically rule the world with clones. So sad news, Pumpkaboo isn't in the game. That's depressing! There have been like possible end of the world occurrences in Pokemon movies. Let's see. That would be It's not 2, it's not 3. It's not 4. Was it 5? The one where Lucario shows up and there's Mew. There's this, like, weird, like, burning goo shit that goes through and just starts killing humans. It's rough. Like, a lot of people just die. It's pretty ridiculous. The kill count in that movie is ridiculously high for a kid's Pokemon movie. Lord help me. Because, like, let's see, it was, I know they got Ash and Brock. Did they get, was it Misty or May in that movie? I want to say it was May, because I want to say this was, like, going from the Ruby Sapphire arc era into Diamond and Pearl. So I want to say it was May, but I could be misremembering that. But, like, Team Rocket dying and releasing... That's the 8th movie. Team Rocket dying and releasing their Pokemon so their Pokemon don't get hurt was heartbreaking. I was like, what the hell is this? Don't do this to me. I'm not prepared for this kind of bullshit. Don't hurt my feelings like that. Don't hurt my soul like that. I'm a ginger. We don't have souls. Lord help me. Absolutely, they're supposed to be thugs. But man, did you feel for them? Why are they growing a heart? It was like, okay, so like Team Rocket is supposed to be thugs, but I love Jesse and James like so much because they are bad guys and they play being bad guys to a good degree, but at the same time they're bad guys that you have to love. Oh man, okay, Shaman, who is the bad guy with the salamence that turns everything into statues? What's her name? If you want a vicious bad guy, I cannot remember her name. I know Shaman will know exactly who the hell I'm talking about and which season she's in, because she comes in, takes no shit from anybody. You want a ruthless bad guy in Pokemon? She's it. Like, she goes through and she has no problems with stealing your Pokemon while beating your ass to the ground. Pokemon Hunter J and Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, she's ruthless. She uses any tactic. Doesn't care if somebody's going to die in the process. At one point in time, she's got this whole group of henchmen in her ship, and the ship's in trouble and exploding because they get into a freaking Pokemon battle on a flying airship, which this is not a good idea, right? This seems like a bad idea. Seems like a bad idea to me. Sure seems like a bad idea to everybody else. And she's telling the dudes you got to keep doing this and this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth. And they're like, "Yo, hey, the ship might be going down. This might be a problem." And she's like, "We might be in trouble. Us henchmen might be in trouble." She's like, "That's a price I'm willing to pay." And I'm like, God damn! It's like, you can die with the ship. It's what I pay you to do. I'm like, man, I really need to read the fine print of my contracts. God bless. And while Miss Pandora has a witch who turns everyone into statues. See, that's kind of what this lady does. She turns Pokemon into statues. Instead of stealing them into Pokeball because they are already owned and licensed to somebody through the Pokemon Network and all of their Pokeballs and shit like that, she turns them into this almost bronze statue, takes them on the ship, and basically sells them on the black market. Where are 10-year-olds dismantling terrorist crime rings by dogfighting? Man, that's one of the best questions to ask. It's honestly the reason why I like the Unova region, Gen 5, Black and White. That is my favorite generation of Pokemon. Do you want to know why that's my favorite generation of Pokemon? I'll tell you. First off, you're not a 10-year-old. They confirmed that these kids are closer to teenagers. So that's the first big point. It's at least they're older. Two, and this is a big one for me. Gym leaders actually do shit. When you have your main character who gets surrounded by Team Plasma, which are your main bad guys, your Team Rocket equivalent, and you got 4 guys about to gang up on one person, The bug gym leader shows up. Get this, the bug gym leader shows up. Of all the gym leaders, bug gym leader, the weakest typing in all of Pokemon, shows up. It's like, yo, hey, let me help you out with this. You take that one guy, and I'm going to take these 3 other dudes. And you beat the one guy, and the one guy is like, oh, this sucks. I lost to some kid, some teenager. The other 3 are like passed out on the ground, just done. Because he has hands. The gym leaders are ready to throw hands. Yeah, they're ready to throw hands. Like, at any point in time where, like, the main character is, like, about to be ganged up on by, like, the bad guys, the gym leaders show up. The gym leaders fight. You get to the very end of that game, you've already gone through the gauntlet, you've already done all this, that, and the other for bullshit. And then the 6 sages show up, and they're like, we're just gonna, like, fuck the rules. We're real bad guys. All 6 of us are gonna jump you. What the fuck are you gonna do? We all got like 6 Pokemon. You only have 6 Pokemon. 6 times 6 is a rough number for you to fight, buddy. Let's go. And I'm like, oh, we're screwed. This is gonna suck. I can't fight all these guys. I can't even fight them one-on-one again because, like, my Pokemon are all beat up, damaged, this, that, and the other. I don't have enough time to heal anything. What am I gonna do? And then all the gym leaders show up out of nowhere and just like, nah, kid, go do your destiny thing that you got to do that we don't have any control over because for some reason a god Pokemon chose you, so we're going to let you go fight that fight. But in that fight, you're also fighting another freaking teenager, so like that seems a little more fair. The adults will deal with the adults. And I'm like, thank you! This makes so much more sense. A long time ago, there was a TV show called Beetleborgs. I had the very same question because, man, I freaking loved Beetleborgs as a kid, though. One of my dream cosplays is making the blue Beetleborgs armor because that armor just looks badass to me. But I love that show. But yeah, no, that show had, like, weirdly questionable stuff, too. That one at least makes a little more sense because, like, all of their bullshit was, like, formed through more bullshit. These kids find a fucking, like, genie inside of an organ. And because they released it, was like, screw it, give you kids some wishes, let's go. You freed me, you get a wish, here we go. And they just want to become comic book superheroes. They all turn into, like, superheroes from their favorite comic. And all they're fighting are bad guys from the comic. So at least that kind of makes sense as to why they're fighting shit when they're kids. I mean, you still gotta wonder where the fuck the parents are. But at the same time, at least the enemies are as fictional as they're supposed to be. I think I watched that show. Yeah, it was on Fox Kids. It came out around the same time. It came out like shortly after Power Rangers because like that series came out during the space series for Power Rangers. The entire time, where was Mom and Dad asking, where were you? How did that bruise start? Okay, so like one of the kids you do see their parent or you see their grandparent, and that's the green Beetleborg. You see his grandparents, they're the ones that run the comic shop. And they get onto him for shit, but he's the only one. The other two, nothing. But he gets it all the time. Go back and I watched that recently. Which, if you want to watch it for free, it's available on Tubi. Not sponsored, but it is available on Tubi. You can watch it and most of Power Rangers on Tubi. And Tubi's free. You just get ads. But I'll take ads for if the entire platform's free and not ask me for subscriptions. But yeah, no, so like they actually get on to him about this. I can't remember if I can't remember because it's been years and years and years. I can't remember if they ever found out that the kids were Beetleborgs or not. I think they do, but don't quote me on that. I think they do near the end, after the Metallic series. But yeah, no. If you want to watch that series, if you want to watch it, or a shit ton of Cartoon Network cartoons, because they put Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Lab, let's see, what were the other ones? Codename Kids Next Door, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I haven't put Billy and Mandy on there yet, and I'm waiting for that one. But a bunch of like the classic Cartoon Network cartoons are showing up on Tubi with more coming. Billy and Mandy's supposed to be coming. Billy and Mandy's supposed to be coming. Cow Chick's supposed to be coming, and a bunch of others. But like, if you grew up like watching the cartoon era of Cartoon Network, like all that stuff's on Tubi. Almost every animated series of Transformers is on Tubi. If you like Ninja Turtles, almost every iteration of Ninja Turtles is on Tubi. Like, just go on there if you like classic like cartoons. For to waste time watching something, it might be Johnny Bravo and learn what the fuck was the reason for that cartoon. Well, see, that's what I liked about old cartoons. They never really had a reason, and that's what made them fun. They were just meant to be stupid and silly, and I liked that. Oh, I think they also have All of Courage on there now, which is a favorite of mine. But I own that one on DVD, so I don't really think about that much. I wish they'd put more of these other shows out on DVD, because I know Dexter, Ed and Eddie, and Foster's are on DVD, but I don't think anything else is yet. Like, with their complete series. Sorry, I can talk about cartoons and, like, old 90s nostalgic shows all day. I am a super nerd. I have a problem. I know this. Silly time waster, but it's a job. But yeah, no, I can talk about cartoons all day. Like, if you get me on the topic and talk about cartoons, Lord, we're screwed. I won't get anything else accomplished for the day. It does the job. Yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah, no, personally, absolutely. Like, I love old cartoons. I love old TV shows. Love a lot of new cartoons, a lot of new TV shows, but like, I'm just a sucker for animation in general. That's just kind of like my wheelhouse of things that I enjoy. Great, we grab that. Learn the thumbs up emote. Okay, I don't see myself needing that anytime soon, but yeah, I guess we have it. But yeah, no, as soon as they started putting this stuff on Tubi, I went through watching a metric fuck ton of cartoons. I'm hearing something sleeping. Can't break that. Okay. It's not up top, so it's gotta be in here. Why can't I break this stuff? Isn't this just normal dirt? Since when can I not break normal dirt? I heard something big. I'm hearing stuff all over the place. Machine? That's the shiny thing I'm hearing. Let's go break that. The other day I watched American Ultra on Tubi. I didn't know they had old shows from way back when. Gonna have to waste time soon. Oh yeah, no, they got tons of stuff. Like, let's see, swap it with. It's like that. What I've been like most about Tubi is that I can show a lot of stuff to my nieces and nephews, as well as I've been able to share a lot of stuff even with my mom, stuff that she used to watch, from when she was a kid. Ah, we have a Smeargle. Carrying too much stuff. I need to make a box. I need to make another box. Back over here. Go make another box. I love Lucy, Addams Family. Don't forget the Munsters, man. The Munsters was always my thing. I love Addams Family, but the Munsters was like my entire cat jam. So restaurant. I can make a cafe. I can make a cafe. I can be all about that life. Spooky Ghost Pokemon. Yeah. Okay. That should be simple enough to build. easily do that. We'll expect that in a second. I need to go here and make some boxes. Box. Storage boxes, and we'll make another spot where I can put material. Now, I watched it. I had a black and white mini TV in my room when I was young. It had an antenna. I could only get to see some shows. Gotcha, okay. See, I first discovered the monsters, I want to say I was like 6. I was 6. So I was like, what? Now, see, the monsters was around during the time frame of the Addams Family and shows similar to it. It was made basically to compete with it. But I wound up catching it on Nick at Night when I was very young, which was, I want to say that was back in like 94, and became obsessed with it. They made a new movie for it that was made by Rob Zombie. That was, some people loved it, other people did not. I haven't got a chance to sit and watch it yet. I'm not storing that. I need to store material. Or Nick at Night. Yep, around that time, I was watching 95-ish. And it was after Hurricane Andrew anyways. Sounds about right. Yeah, if you like things like, ooh, we now have the recipe for that. That would be great. If you like things like the Addams Family, you would probably really like the monsters. This dude looks like he hasn't slept in years. What the hell? Is this game supposed to be scary? Okay, so technically, no, this is not a horror game. If you've ever played anything like Animal Crossing or any other like kind of like cozy simulator kind of game, that's what this plays like. The reason why we're playing it, even though we focus more along the spooky line of things, because we do spooky stuff, indie games, and a couple things in between, like Monster Hunter. I love me some Monster Hunter, so that's what I classify as an in between. Mainly just so I have an excuse to play Monster Hunter. The reason why we're playing this is because the story for this apparently gets really dark for a Pokemon game. Like, the town we're walking around in, if you've ever played, like, the old school, like, Red and Blue back in the day, you're probably familiar with Vermilion Town, which is, or Vermilion City, which is Lieutenant Surge, the Lightning Gym leader. We're walking in the remains of that town. We don't know what caused it to go poof, but like every town we've been in, there are no humans. Every building is destroyed. And it's been at least a few years. Also, most of the Pokemon remember humans. But it almost feels like it's been hundreds of years since humans have been seen. From the looks of things. Our character is a Ditto. We popped out of a Pokeball and we decided to turn into a human because it was what most looks like our old trainer. I have a theory running right now that I'm believing more and more as we go along, that all these Pokemon that remember people are probably bursting out of Pokeballs that the batteries have expired in. The power sources have died in. And are being released because the batteries are dying. Because essentially the Pokemon's locked in kind of a stasis kind of situation whenever they're in a ball. So it kind of feels like that's what we've been walking into. And all the Pokemon are like, where are our people? And we're finding like devastating destruction everywhere. Yes, this is the beauty, nay, the essence of art. All right, just a little more. Keep going. Ah, I hunger. Art is hunger. Art is. Talk about a starving artist. Lord help me. See, that's the reason why I decided to play it. It was because, like, it gets dark. And I like Pokemon because, like, I grew up with Pokemon. I've always enjoyed Pokemon. I play most of the games that come out. I still play the trading card game. We'll see Pokemon dive into these kinds of themes. I always thought in some world Pokemon are the souls of dead humans. For some Pokedex entries, that's actually very accurate. Pokemon like Phantom. It's a little floating ghost tree. Its Pokedex entry literally states that it's formed when a child dies in a forest, anywhere near a cut down tree. It winds up inhabiting the stump of the tree and uproots it and becomes a ghost. There's also Yamask. It's it's themed more after like Egyptian death mask, like mask for the dead. It's a weird little wispy ghost dude that has a little mask that is basically attached to his tail that it can take off and look at. And when it looks at this, it cries. And the reason why it cries is because it recognizes the face it used to have. These are supposed to be the spirits of humans that became Pokemon. So a lot of ghost Pokemon have that somewhere in their lore. And it's kind of jacked up. But I fucking love it. Okay, let me see if I can get you a picture of that. One sec. Since I'm talking about it, I might as well show it. Because I take it you haven't seen a lot of the newer Pokemon. Which is fine. I keep up to date Pokemon so I can show you things. Let's go. Let's go with this little dude. Save. Yeet. Boop. This is your mask. That little mask that it's got right there is supposed to be the face of what it was when it was alive. Latest one I tried was on Switch 1. I got bored before I finished the storyline. I understand that, especially if it was Sword and Shield. Because Sword and Shield had a very crappy story. Let's just be completely real. I played all the way through it, and I usually play competitive stuff after a Pokemon game because I like to play competitive stuff. We did not play competitive. I got so bored and was so disappointed by that one's ending that I just kind of straight quit that one. Was not a fan. Scarlet and Violet is better, but still has a lot of problems. If you have a Switch 2, it's a lot better to play it on the Switch 2 because it actually runs at the full power it should. And it fixes all the bugs that it had with it. The problem is that it wasn't fixed at launch. Let's see. Phantom. See, my whole love for Pokemon comes from the lore of the monsters themselves. Especially when you got Ghost Pokemon. Ghost Pokemon are like my entire thing. Get a good image. We'll use this one. There we go. There we go. Here you are. This is Phantom and Trevenant, which is what it evolves into. Where is my tool for this? So this right here is your normal one, and then this right here is your shiny one, and these are what they evolve into. I love these guys. They look phenomenal. Catch the one on the right. Okay, so that's a shiny one. So shiny ones are like a lot harder to come by. It's like, think of it like kind of like running into. Think of a shiny variant is kind of like running into an albino variation of any creature that exists. It shouldn't be a thing, but all of a sudden it shows up. That's the kind of thing, but without the health issues. I've been trying to hunt down a shiny Phantom for years. But then I sit there and I think to myself, like, because I sat there and thought, I could just hatch a million of these and try to get one. But then I sat there and thought to myself the ramifications of literally making a 1,000 Phantom, and that's 1,000 dead kids. The Pokemon MMO 10 years ago, they had them. It was fun. I remember that. Lord, now that makes me feel old. I was like, I don't want to be the guy who's known for killing 1,000 kids just to get a shiny one. That seems a little fucked up. And I know I'm pretty fucked up, but that's fucked up even for me. And I just don't know if I want to have that on my conscience. So we didn't. Another fun one I enjoy. If you like spooky Pokemon, let me clear the circles there. If you like spooky Pokemon, this is another one of my favorites, and partially where we have some parts of my design from. Beep. This is Pumpkaboo and Gorgeist. I love these dudes. Like Pumpkaboo, the pre-evolve from this one, a little bit more. I love the purple. This. Yes, please. I want this. I want a lot of this. Give me this. I need this. Please. But look at them. Your shiny luck, or at least the last time I remember you hatching Pokemon, you'd set all that up and then get the shiny in 3. Yeah, my shiny luck is still pretty ridiculous. I do usually get shinies pretty quick. The only one I didn't was another ghost type. Oh fuck! What's its name? Delmise. Delmise I took forever to get the shiny for. That one made me so mad. And this one's weird. This was super weird. Let's see. Beep. And clear that off there and this. Okay, so this one's super weird because of what it is. For people that aren't familiar with Delmise, this is Delmise. Come on, load Delmise. This is Delmise. It's a freaking anchor. But fun fact about this Pokemon. Okay, so that looks like it's an anchor and a wheel and some seaweed that all came to life as a Pokemon. And you'd be half right. All the seaweed on there, that's the Pokemon. The seaweed is the Pokemon, and it's possessing parts of ships. Should hold a Pokemon. Should hold a Halloween event in Pokopia, and have them there. I'm hoping they do. Remember, this game's still fairly new, so we haven't gotten to Halloween yet with it. But I'm hoping they do. But where this Pokemon gets to be wild, man. is it does stuff like this. Yoink. We're just like... That's... Lugia? Wait a minute. Where are you now? I hear you. There you are. Just fly to the sky. It's haunted seaweed. It's ghost seaweed. Which makes me actually honestly wonder, because we have Gorgeist and we have Gorgeist, we have Phantom, which are both ghost grass type Pokemon. And this is also another, if I remember correctly, this is also another ghost grass type Pokemon. Is this ghost grass or is this ghost steel? Should be ghost grass, isn't it, Shaman? Yeah, it is ghost grass. This is a TCG, it's grass type. Yeah, well, you can't catch the Lugia in this game. You don't catch Pokemon in this game. But you can get them to come visit you. But the Delmise, yeah, you can catch the Delmise. You can catch it. Try making pumpkin hands for your bottle, or maybe little root hands. I'm working on kind of like vine-like hands, which are going to kind of look like, if you look at like my thumbnail for most of my videos, they have like my little avatar on them, and usually he's holding a lantern. That's the kind of hands I'm working on building for this model. But you know, you can catch Delmise. You can catch that guy. And he's fun. He's fun to play with. He's not. His move pool's kind of meh, and he's super fucking slow. But in the right circumstances, he can be a lot of fun to play with. But he's a really weird Pokemon. This is like, in my opinion, this is like one of the weirder Pokemon they've made over the last few years. But I like this one a lot. He does crazy things. And they have lots of Pokemon that are basically like him in the series now. It's kind of funny how many Pokemon are like grass ghosts now. Rowlet incident amuses me to this day. Yeah, I remember that. It was 4 Rowlets. It's 4 Rowlets. I was trying to build a competitive Rowlet. I wasn't even trying to shiny hunt. I was trying to just make a competitive Rowlet. Ah, he dropped a feather for us. I was trying to make a competitive Decidueye, and 4 eggs in, I scream because I'm taken completely by surprise by the fact that it was a shiny Pokemon. We just punched metal. We did! We just straight up punched metal. Okay, that's the thing we can do now. Was this a Pokemon Center? This has to have been a Pokemon Center, because I know that device. Suspected the person broke the wall. Team Rocket Grunt's journal number 3 has been added to your human records. One good thing and one bad thing happened to me today. The good thing was I got assigned to a special mission by the boss. Our boss really knows how to pick people for special missions. If I can do well on this, I'll climb the ranks to executive in no time. Maybe. The bad thing is the mission itself seems really hard and kind of annoying. He wants me to gather all kinds of things in a time like this. Food, furniture, what else? Anyway, just lots of stuff. I'm just a little grunt. I don't have any underlings of my own, so it's a big ask. I'm just trying to figure out the absolute easiest low energy way to complete this mission. And see, they keep saying stuff like this, like they keep talking about like a time frame that seems like there's like some kind of famine going on, or there's some kind of crisis going on. We keep finding information that there's some kind of crisis. Was it apocalyptic? That's what I'm wondering. It has to have been some kind of apocalyptic event, because like, look at this. This is a Pokemon Center of some kind. Or at least it looks like it should be. Because this looks like the healing station. Or looks like it could be a healing station. I can't break it. So maybe that's the center? Could be something else. Utility poles. I'm having an absolute blast with this game so far. Also, welcome, Lazy. How you doing? Welcome over on the Twitch side of things. Hope you have yourself a good night/day. Come, sit, chill, grab yourself a cup of spooky coffee. How long have you been playing this? Not long. This is my first playthrough, and I'm fairly new to stuff. I'm doing great. But no, I'm still fairly new to this game. I got in on it late, and I think I've got like maybe 3. Shame, is this stream 3 or stream 4 of Pokopia? My only problem so far is I get too easily sidetracked by, like, discovering stuff. You know, I have a blueprint for that, so maybe I can go ahead and make some of that. Stream 4. So yeah, we're I keep getting distracted by, like, exploring. Dang it. Thank you for that. Requires you to be distracted by all the little things. If it's doing its job correctly, is my meaning. Indeed. That. Your profile picture looks familiar to me, but I can't quite place it. You affiliated? Yeah, we have affiliate. Yes, we do. I don't have partner or anything yet, but I do have affiliate. I will admit, I'm a little bit newer on the Twitch side of things. I'm mostly known over on YouTube, but I've been doing stuff on Twitch now for about, it's a little over a year now. This stream setup in digital version will look great. Oh yeah. Yes, we do have, yes, I am over on YouTube, and yes, we do have a Discord. If one of my mods could please post a link to that, I would greatly appreciate. Give it just a moment where my mods will get the Discord link posted up. some more. I got stone in my other thing. Like boxes over there. There you are. Thank you, Shaman, for getting that posted. Hey, how's it going, Blade Raptor? How are you, my friend? I hope you are well. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah. How have you been, my friend? I'm surprised to see you up so late. Chair. So I can hopefully wake up in time to witness my boyfriend playing Deltarune. Not everyone. However, for tonight, we're going to be starting up the new Deltarune chapter tomorrow ourselves. I worked for 4 hours and just woke up with time. Jesus Christ, it's 2 o'clock. I'm supposed to be heading to bed soon myself. Okay, so like I'm gonna be real. I don't just add people on Discord directly through seeing people in chat. Like, if you want to be able to contact me, then you have to be in a mutual server with me. I mean, you can send me a message on X. I do have X. I don't really use X often, but I do respond to messages that are sent to me there. It kind of depends on what you're wanting. My name is the same across everything as Patch Hallows. Mildly horrifying to do this over water. I really don't like water. And a lot of people love water. I am definitely not the water person. What's up, shiny Pokemon lover? How are you? Come, sit, chill, grab a cup of coffee. Grab a Moofit. How do you do that? Hope you're having a good night / day. I'm exploring around. Sorry, give me a second here because I'm trying to get all this over here. But no, how do you do? You're playing Pokopia right now? Awesome. So how are you enjoying it? Okay, so like, gonna have to chill some stuff off real quick. Like, while I'm live, I don't interact with my other platforms or anything else like that. I'll check everything out after stream. If you sent me a message, I'll check you out. All that good jazz. But I'm also someone who doesn't do follow for follow. I have to check out your content, see if that's what I want to do, so on and so forth. I advise you do the same. Check out my content before following me on anything, before subscribing, anything like that. I appreciate people that do, but I also always advise people to check it out because I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So I'll be more than happy to take a look. But like, I will take a look after stream. Really good so far? Same, honestly. I'm enjoying this far more than I thought I was going to. Try some Pokemon. Oh, that's how we find Marrow. Beep. Beep. I heard Jirachi was part of an event that was going on right now. Just found it roaming around? May not be far enough along in the story for that. There's another gate in Withered Wasteland that leads to a different town. You might be able to go through it. I've already found that one is a gone thing. Kind of explore around here, seeing what there is to see first. Oh, sludge. I don't know if I want to try my luck with that. Let's go back over here. What's this? I don't know what that is. I'm not over there, but let's go find out. Oh dear, it looks like the bridge is broken. I can't make it across that gap. Do you think you can fix this bridge, Patch? Yeah, I think I can. Considering I've fixed 2 others, I think I can do it. If I have enough material. Are you planning on going today? I'm probably not going to be going on too much later. I'm already on later than I expected to be. I was kind of taken aback when I found out how long I'd been on. I was like, oh god. Time flies when you're playing a cozy game. Indeed, Lord. It's been so long, too, you know? I remember Animal Crossing being especially dangerous for that with me. I would be lost for hours. At one stream, I was like, oh, it's only been like what, 2 hours? Found out I'd been streaming for over six hours. I was like, oh no. So I have done that before. You fixed the bridge now. That's the patch I've come to know and appreciate. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. I get to enter a tournament featuring all the best players in Chicago and a handful of some of the best players in the world. Hell yeah! Bet you're excited for that. So I know I would be. Phew. I made it safely to the other side, thanks to you, of course. Oh! Oh, what? Oh, found the Pokemon Center. Officially classified as a super regional. Hell yeah! Computer over here? Yes, we do. It's probably on Fritz because it's in the water. This PC doesn't seem to be working. It's just a hunch, but I think the flooding here may be the problem. Human-made machines are awfully convenient, but they don't do well with water. So I think we should do something about all this water before we try anything else. Where in the world is this water coming from? Maybe the flow of water by moving water. Moving water by placing items in its path or destroying ones. Guess we can do that. Well, that didn't help. That's not what I want you to do, so we're gonna go with a punchy. Up. There we go. Center PC started working again. Oh, excellent job getting rid of that water. Maybe not the Pokemon PC. Pokemon Center PC will work properly. So here. Cool. Awesome. But no, that sounds freaking nuts. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save and end though for the night, because Lord, it's getting late. It's past 2. I do need to be heading to bed because I've got stuff to work on for tomorrow's stream, because I'm adding a lot of new stuff throughout the course of the week. But no, tonight it's been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's been a lot of fun today. Yeet! Like, I've had a blast. For what I always have a blast playing games with you guys, whatnot. But I love the conversation we've had tonight. I've gotten to rant about Pokemon tonight, random nerd shit, talk about old TV shows I used to watch religiously, met some new peeps. Phenomenal. I hope I do get to meet you new peeps again. If you did like being here, I don't usually do the YouTuber thingy, but like consider hitting the button so you can see us again. So you're ending stream, right? So you're ending stream right after ending a stream. Lord. That is so bad! Lord help me. God dog it. It's kind of funny though. But yes, I'm ending stream after ending a stream. Lord help me. Lord help me. But yes, no, we're gonna go ahead and call it here for the night. It's been a phenomenal stream. It's been a lot of fun. We've done a lot of crazy stuff. We met some new peeps. It's been fun to hang out with everybody. It's fun to meet new peeps. There will be more stuff tomorrow. The reason why the schedule hasn't been posted yet is because I'm looking at adding one more game to this week. But I've got to see if I can get it added this week. So we're going to see. I will know by tomorrow, and the schedule will be posted for this week tomorrow. It'll be posted to Discord. It'll also be posted here on the channel. I'm working on a couple other things. Speaking of posting stuff, because I'm working on setting up a community setting with YouTube, so I can share even more things with you guys. But I'm looking into stuff before I do that. But no, we're gonna go ahead and call it here for the night, because I've got a lot of stuff to work on tomorrow, and I've stayed up too late. But stay tuned. Lots of new crazy stuff coming. I've got a lot of horror game stuff coming. And I've got something that if I can get it added, I want to like work on something with you guys when I implement it that I think you guys would love. But with that being said, this has been Patch Hallows. Remember to keep your spirits high and your legends lit, and we'll return here in another bit. Remember to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and as always, pleasant nightmares. Bye, peace.